guys, this is Animat, and welcome back to the Muppet Vlog. Now this time we're going to be looking into the 8th episode, which is Too Hot to Handler. And this one is going to be all about the relationships. Not only about the ones that are already established, like Fozzie and Becky, but also a new kind of relationship with Scooter and the guest star, Chelsea Handler. And considering how relationships are the weakest element that the show tries to handle, but it never seems to work, this is probably the weakest episode of the bunch. And let me explain. So the main thing that's pretty much going on with this episode is that Scooter is in this dream scenario where he's pretty much dating the girl of his dreams, where she's looking for someone who's exactly like Scooter and she's head over heels with him, and now he's dating and everybody is dating except for me, where I just stay here and ponder about life and how it works. But there is a catch to this, and that Scooter feels like it's going a little too fast for him, so he's trying his best to distance himself from Chelsea. However, while that is happening, on Kermit's side of the story, he went on a double date with him and Denise and Fozzie and Becky to Rolf's Tavern for a trivia night, and he discovers that apparently Becky is a cheater at trivia. So I guess like it's kind of their unique little spin on trying like this cheating scenario and stuff like that. But the thing is that Kermit tries his best. Like, he's in this difficult position either to tell Fozzie that she cheats at trivia or to keep himself quiet to maintain his relationship with Fozzie. Now, here's the big thing why it doesn't really work, and like the weakest element is honestly Kermit's side of the story. Now, tell me if this sounds really familiar. Now, Kermit discovers like one of the characters is doing this really bad thing, and this other character is related to the best friend of Kermit, which is Fozzie. So Kermit would try to confront her, but he ends up looking like a dumb, idiotic jerk, and like this is the misleading plot. This is the kind of plot that I've seen way too many times in like all different sorts of TV shows, and personally I hate these episodes because like it's like trying to tell us like we need to feel like the main character who we normally root for is now for this hateable jerk, but we know like his intentions. It's like it all feels misleading, and the overall feeling just feels unpleasant no matter what it is. It's like you always feel bad and there's no redemption to it, especially in this episode where it feels like it ends off. Like, I understand Kermit's intentions because he really does care about Fozzie, and like he is worried about him over the fact that Fozzie does want to ask Becky to move in with him. But honestly, like with the overall things, like how Kermit is feeling and like how he tries to confront Becky for cheating at trivia and like what it ends up actually happening, it makes no sense. I feel like it's just unpleasant. It doesn't feel fun. It feels like everything is just falling apart for no reason. And like I said, the way that it ended, it just feels so abrupt. It doesn't feel like anything is really resolved. It feels more like nothing really happened. It's just things went back to normal and just this thing happened. So overall, I really didn't enjoy Kermit's part of the plot. Now, Scooter's side of the story, that is a bit of a different story. I honestly don't really know how to feel. I don't know if it's either for a personal reason or stuff like that, because I'm gonna be very honest, in this situation, like, okay, now I will admit, maybe there are, like, in terms of the dorky side and stuff like that, maybe I can relate with Scooter, but like, the whole situation with how, like, he feels like it's going too fast, like, I don't know, like, he's making these decisions where I feel like, what are you doing, dude? Like, I was 100% agreeing with Rizzo and Pepe like when they were giving him advice and all that kind of stuff. Like, honestly, I wouldn't run out. Like, I would have stayed. I would have, like, you know, I would have gone further and stuff like that. Or maybe, I don't know. Am I revealing too much in this vlog? Am I revealing about, I don't know, maybe I'm learning about I'm probably learning about myself and like how I want to handle with relationships. I don't know. This is starting to feel pretty weird now. No, but yeah, but I feel like I don't know, like, I'm not really on the side of Scooter with his decisions, and that's probably for a personal reason. Now, the plot itself could work, honestly. Like, maybe for someone else, like, they could see how they can enjoy it and how it's more understandable and stuff like that, but I don't know, for me, I just feel like it's mostly situations where I'm just there like, no, I wouldn't do that. I would be like Pepe. You know, I think, actually, the best quote in there is that, I think it was Pepe who said it. He was there like, you know, it's like, if I were in your position, like, if she kissed me, I would have stayed. But there is one actual good thing in this episode, but the thing that sucks about it is that they barely even looked upon it, and like, it would have been like a great side plot. It was actually after the moment when Kermit he sees himself as a jerk after he confronted Becky and like he made himself look like a fool and stuff like that. And the Electric Mayhem were on the side, and then they were theorizing all these different things, and they think that now, because of that happened due to Kermit's major embarrassment, he got replaced with a robot Kermit. And they try to figure out if he really is a robot or not. So, like, so it's only after the credits where they try to scheme up a plan to see if he really is a robot. And, like, that was the best part of the episode. It really was hilarious. Just seeing, like, how the Electric Mayhem, like, they would be, like, their weird, trippy, unusual selves. And that was just fantastic. And honestly, I would have enjoyed it if they really looked into that a lot more. If they gave that more time. Maybe if they would have ditched, like, Scooter's plot, maybe. Or if they would just glance over Kermit's side of the story, that would have been, like, a great episode. It would have been hilarious. But no, they spent so little time. And those were the really enjoyable moments that really made me laugh out loud. So yeah, overall, I would say that, yeah, honestly, this is possibly the weakest episode so far. The main plot with Kermit and Fozzie, that was, like, overused and it just feels unpleasant. The Scooter one is just weird and, like, a lot of disagreements with me and Scooter. And, also, I highly doubt that they're gonna go back to this. Maybe if they would do that again in the second season, if they would go back to see how Scooter and Chelsea is. But I highly doubt they would ever get back to it. And, like, the best part is barely glanced over. So, overall, I did not enjoy this episode. Honestly, this was their first dud. But let's just hope that in the next episode, things will be a lot better. So hopefully they can really pick up from there. So let's all just calm down from this week's Muppet Madness. And thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, see you later, dudes.